What's going on, guys? Welcome back to For the Fans. I'm here tonight with Kylie and Sheldon. We're going to be recapping the first week of Big Brother 26. Guys, we're back in it. We here.
What a week it has been. Look, I saw someone say that Lisa must have snuck some methamphetamines in her glitter because these people are cracked. And I love it. I remember y'all when we did our cast assessment episode, I told y'all I hope they hate each other. They're giving hate, and I love that.
Yeah, I feel the same way, although I haven't been getting all the updates and stuff online as the two of you have. And it sort of feels a little bit to me like it was the Matt and Angela show, and then there's a lot of extras. And there's like a starring role of Mackenzie as the girlfriend, and then there's a random starring role of Kenny as the daddy, and then Kimo wants to be my daddy. So there's a lot of other.
I think you want Kimo to be your daddy.
What?
I think you want Kimo to be your daddy.
Kylie, Kimo will be my daddy. It feels a little bit like I'm watching. I know I used to be an actor just for fun when I was younger, and we had you were either the leading role or you were a character actor, and the character actors were the ones that played the weird, strange, or something really strange about them characters. I feel like we have 16 character actors here. Everybody is weird as hell. The good-looking guys are weird as hell. The good-looking girls are chubby chasers. Like, we're in this alternate universe. It's insane.
I love it. I think it is off to an interesting start, and it's kind of giving some old school Big Brother feels, but definitely different from the last decade for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of look at the house and be like, okay, this is how things are going to kind of go. Like, you're going to see Matt and Cam and Cedric team up together because they're the big, strong guys. And, the old people are going to get picked off. And then you're going to have, like the misfits, like Quinn. And, but that's not what we're getting at all. Like, you're getting all different kinds of things. And it's fun. It's fun to see how different personalities from different backgrounds can come together and create a unique environment. So,
well, I think it's interesting that Sheldon said that there's the main cast going on and everybody else is background character actors. In reality, what's going on is that there's a stage that's happening in the front. It's more like a theater festival where there's a main stage where there's acting going on. But if you walk around the festival grounds, there's another show going on over here. There's another show going on over there, because you're right, on the main stage, we have had Matt versus Angela. But on the side stage, we've had Quinn and his alliances. On another side stage, we've had the three seeds of Cedric, Chelsea, and Cam over here trying to form alliances. We've had Joseph, who's actually moving through all three stages. He's the character that you see in all three stages. He's there, then he's gone. Then he's on the next stage, and he's gone. You're seeing a lot of things happening at this festival, but you're right. On the main stage, we've got Matt and Angela, and Kenny came in for a little piece. And that's the main stage.
I think that is the uniqueness of Big Brother, whereas with Survivor, they have a full season where they're able to shape a narrative, and you're going to get, these applicable parts to all of the different actors. Whereas Big Brother is like, we're going to tell you a story week by week because we don't know what the ending is going to be. So, it's kind of like whenever, I don't know if y'all, when y'all were kids, if y'all read those R.L. Stine, Choose Your Own Adventure books, where you read and then, it's like, okay, if you want to go this way, then flip to page 67. But if you want to do this, flip to, 14. And so that's kind of the Big Brother game.
I agree with you, but this is what makes this season different, is that Angela versus Matt versus Lisa versus Kenny was so big and had nothing to do with anyone else doing anything. This is why I say the festival, because the other people are like, that's happening over there. Whereas last season, you have Sari versus Riley and then the two sides of the house. In this situation, it's like, yeah, we're gonna go over here. Enjoy this show. In fact, at one point, we see Angela stand on what is a pseudo stage as she delivers a monologue from the stage. And then there's other people that are like, what is happening?
Well, the only thing though, Kevin, like we are 1 week in, right? Like this might turn into bored Big Brother before we know it, and I really hope it doesn't. But we are 1 week in, and I do think we're going to talk a lot more about this. But I have immense hope for the 3 C's because I think they are potentially the smartest 3 in this house, and I have a feeling. Oh, Kylie, don't give me that.
Iffy there.
I think there's a lot of smart players this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of smart players. I think one of the 3 C's is one of the smartest players in the game.
Chelsea,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cam and Cedric are just a little bit behind her. I think they're both playing.
They're very good, and they're very round around.
My point was this whole Matt and Angela thing allowed all of the other people to do all of the things that they needed to do in week 1.
Like kind of in secret, like
this
distraction over here while all these other people are playing Big Brother.
The one that shocked me the most, I thought he would be so off-putting and everybody would be hating him, but they love Joseph. They seem to like this guy. I don't get it.
We will talk about that in a minute. First and foremost, let's talk about the fact that our little Kylie got out for the premiere and got to go and see some Big Brother alumni at a watch party. Tell us about this, Kylie.
It was so much fun. It was at Texas Live in Arlington, and it was hosted by Kat Gunn from BB21, and she was a great little hostess. She did like her little MC and in between the commercial breaks and stuff. Could not watch the episode at all. Like everybody was talking, but it was a great time. So I had to watch the episode later. But yeah, it was fun. Kat Dunn was there. We got to see who else? Cliff Hogg from her season.
Maria.
Meg from BB 17. And she was there with her winner husband, Mike Holloway from Survivor. And we got to see Elena Davies.
Elena was there. Okay.
Maria from this last season of Survivor was there.
Interesting.
Loved her. She was so sweet, so precious, so nice. Her husband was really nice. We got to talk with him for a long time too. So yeah, it was a really, really great time. And my friend Jamil from Deal or No Deal Island was there too.
Oh, okay. Your friend.
Nice little group of reality people there.
Yeah,
Didn't see a lot of the Texas people.
Cody and Jessica were there from BB.
I saw that. Jessica Nixon and Cody Nixon. Yes.
Yeah.
Man,
he loves his MAGA, doesn't he?
Well, yes, but we're not talking about that in right here.
Listen, I think everyone should make America gay again. That's how I feel about it.
One thing though is that
very nice with their time. Like, they worked the room, they came around, they talked to tables. You could go up and talk with them. So it was a good time.
Did you get a chance to talk to Jessica and Cody?
Yes.
Would Jessica play again? Did you ask her?
I didn't ask her.
Because I would love to see Jessica Nixon play.
She's precious.
I thought she was fantastic. I thought that her falling in love with Cody in the first week was just a downfall for her game. But
Cody, this is like rehashing history. Like Cody was screwed from the
moment Paul was in the house.
As soon as Paul was in the house, and he had to nominate like 5 people.
35 people.
Week. And so, it was awful. And then
not just 5 people
back with the showmance, but then they've gone on and they've got married and they've
4
had
kids,
a whole family. Like they just keep having babies, and so
which is why I would love to see her play. I mean, Julie would also love to see her play again. I thought that was one of the deepest of bags when they asked Julie who she would want to see play again, and she said, Jessica Graff, she had a lot of promise to BB19, and then she met Cody, and they had a lot of little kids. But I would love to see her play again. I was like, Julie, what a deep bag. Going back to 19, pulling out Jessica.
Yeah.
I agree.
They were
thought she
all,
was great.
everybody was really super nice. There was nobody that was like, oh God, I don't really want to talk to that person.
Well, then why
That's
would
cool.
they wouldn't have been there if that were the case?
Right, exactly.
It's funny because like all the people you named are not. I've been to a few meet and greets myself. There are none of the people at the ones at like
They're all,
Price and
I
Windows.
mean, I think besides
They're all
this,
Texas.
they're all Dallas, not even,
Yeah.
I mean, Cliff is Houston, but
Okay.
I think everybody else is Dallas. Although I was not, I don't think I remember that Maria from this past season of Survivor was from Dallas.
She was from Texas, I believe.
I
But
didn't remember that. Which,
that-
I mean, I sent her a message when the season was over and was like, you do you, girl. Like, if you don't want to vote for Charlie, you don't have to vote for Charlie. And so I went ahead and told her, I was like, I sent you a message on Twitter. She was like, did I respond to you? I was like, you did. So,
She is from
very
Dallas.
nice. Do
that
it.
is
She's
she is from Dallas. That is so cool. Well, like you said, though, those are all the reason I haven't seen those people because, like you said, I haven't been to one in Texas, and those are all Texas-based reality people, except for the Deal No Deal lady. I don't know her, but the rest of them are
He's from Dallas.
right. The rest of them I know are settled in
Guys,
Texas.
give me
I get
10
it.
more years and we'll have enough people for Toronto. Just give me 10 more years.
Here's the thing, though, Sheldon. You had a chance in Toronto, but then they canceled BB Can, and so now that's.
But you went to an RHAP event, and
I went to an RHAP event.
Right.
And yeah, there were some people there. But yeah, you're right. There were people.
There were people there. Yeah,
And
there
people
was.
too, which was really surprising. Why would you come here? I don't know.
What
Yeah,
are you
no, it
talking
was-
about?
it was
It's a
very
nice,
fun.
it's fun.
like, I hope Kat does more in the future, and that more Texas people come.
Did
Like,
you have to pay for it?
the room was full.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like $30.
no, it was free.
Oh, hers was free. Yeah, I wouldn't pay for like $30.
Yeah, I would have paid. No, literally it didn't cost any money.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
I haven't paid for mine, so I don't know.
Well, because we knew you wouldn't leave your house otherwise. So I had to kill you.
Yeah, I leave my house.
I want to do it again. I hope that, maybe we
Good.
can do more premiere parties or a finale party.
Finale party.
Listen, I think
I'm-
For the Fans should go on the road. That's what I think.
I'm so glad, Kylie, you were able to get out and go because those were so fun. There's such an amazing atmosphere, and being able to like meet like
Other
people that we
fans.
get to watch on TV. It's cool.
Kevin?
Yes, other fans. Yes, it's
Kevin?
super cool.
Kevin, you and me, we're going to Texas. We're going to host an event. Let's go.
We're not gonna host an event. We are nobody, Sheldon.
I
But we can definitely
My,
we can definitely go to an event for sure. Like that would be a lot of fun.
What do you mean we're nobody? Do you know who I am?
Who are you?
Sheldon.
Yeah, no, but we are definitely gonna go to an RHAP one. We decided we're gonna go to an RHAP Survivor one for 50.
Okay.
So,
Then there you go. We can start planning. We can start
Somewhere in the
planning that
country.
one.
let's all go.
So-
Okay. It was very fun.
Also, Parvati Shallow on Deal or No Deal Ireland 2. Just
Yeah.
putting
Maybe.
it out there.
No, I think it's confirmed. Sharon Tharp confirmed it. I cannot talk today. All right. Let's
First
get
off,
into
though,
it.
before we get into it, welcome back to our good friend B Bean. Welcome back. We
Bean.
know it is a Big Brother season when B Bean is in the chat. So happy Thursday, guys. Let's get into it. So, as you know, here on For the Fans, we started talking about our 4 main things from the episode. We're going to talk about our 4 main things from the week here on the Big Brother season. So, first and foremost, what's wrong with Angela? This is a great situation we got going on here. We saw in the episode from last night, Angela stayed up all night after she made the noms and after people were upset with her for her noms because she didn't tell anybody and she just got to put people up and people thought they were untouchable. And then she had got a fight with Matt. Angela said, I don't know what's going on. I have all this paranoia. Quinn and Joseph came up to her and said, we've got a great new team. We got a great group for you. You ready for this? It's called The Collective. And she's like, I love it. And then they left and said, bullshit. And first and foremost, I feel bad for Quinn because that was a name I'm sure Quinn worked on.
No,
and
he said he has had that name that he's been sitting
For
on
years.
that since like 6th grade.
and he used it and it was like, fuck it. And so the collective's dead. But Angela, then in the morning, after staying up all night, and sleep deprivation is hard, it's hard to sleep in the house. She walks down the stairs. My favorite is as she was slow clapping. Others were like, "Oh, we're clapping."
Well,
Clap.
y'all,
We're gonna be dancing.
later, Cedric said, "I thought we were about to sing a song."
Everybody just clapping. She gets on the top of the stairs and she's like, I was threatened and accosted by Crazy Eyes over there.
Ooh.
And she points to Matt and he's like laughing. He's like, what? Me? And then she said that little speech from my visitors last night was great for a low budget theater performance. Guys, what is wrong with Angel?
Okay. She is gold. We must protect her at all costs. I
Oh.
want her to make it to the very end of the show.
What's wrong with you?
I like good television. I like good entertainment. And Angela is that. She is phenomenal television. And Homegirl has been on like every CBS show there is. She's been on Dr. Phil. She's been on The Price is Right.
You should have spent a little bit more time with Dr. Phil.
She's been now on Big Brother. Like, she is the CBS girly, and they knew what they were getting with her. Casting gold. I love her. I think she's a terrible player. And she may be she actually may be a little bit mean. I'm on the fence, and I've had, and we can get into it. There's so much to talk about, and I know we don't need to be here for 18 hours. But I think Angela literally towed the line of too far versus okay, this is kosher to do in an argument.
Well, it's hard to be. I'm not sure if she was mean because it was so ludicrous and so out of nowhere
over the top. Over the top.
It wasn't mean because people just thought, for lack of a better word, she's crazy.
It was a performance.
She's a Karen. She is 100% the person that asked for the manager. She is going to be yelling at the little employee making $8.50 an hour. That is Angela.
So
I want Angela on my television screen.
Let me talk about her as a game player, because the truth is, the outcome she got was a successful outcome for everybody else in this house, including her. Mm-hmm. She took out a huge threat in the game.
Not everybody, Sheldon.
Not everybody.
Not for Kenny. It was his number one, his day one, his ace, his 1A. It was not for Mackenzie. That's her showman. Okay. Not for Leah or Lisa, because they thought that's where everybody was keeping.
Well, no, I mean, I think that Leah and Lisa were like, Angela,
let me just talk game for a sec, because I think the difficulty I have with her is, I agree with you, Kiley. She is a horrendous game player. And
yes.
The reason she's a horrendous game player is that she is so confident in herself and so confident in her reads, and there is no other option and no other person right on this planet except for Angela, that she screwed herself up. If all she did was, before she exploded to somebody, is have one conversation with somebody else who said, Angela, you're right, but let's relax.
Well, I mean, I think that you're right in that Angela feels like she is always right. But even if she had the conversations, I think she is going to be the type of person that is going to get from the conversation what she has already predetermined she is going to get. So, if she sits down and she has a conversation with Matt, then she's going to leave the conversation having her opinions confirmed in her mind.
Yeah.
So B-Bean says here, a lot of people are calling Angela a plant. My thing is that if Angela is a plant by CBS, first off, I'm sure they didn't tell her to get out their pretty boy. That was definitely not one of the things. The second thing is that I don't think, even if she is a plant, she gave us a great first week of TV. And it's funny because, like, let's take us through the Matt Angela timeline real quick. Angela, before she was HOH, she tells him that he's going to be showmancing it up because he's such a pretty face and that the ladies are going to love him and some girls are already checking for him. He says, morally, it's not something that I'm going to be doing because I am a good guy. Then he proceeds to showmance it up with Mackenzie immediately after she says that conversation. He then, when she does win HOH, he talks about how we need to get her out because Angela is someone we need to be looking at along with his showman's partner, Mackenzie, talking this up. At the same time, Angela is thinking about Noms, is trying to form an alliance of her own as she studies that spy cam and watches how Matt did not leave the storage room for like 5 hours as he created his own counter alliance. And then had Chelsea come and tell her, oh yeah, Matt's creating an alliance in there and they're coming for you. Joseph told him the same thing, confirmed that. She then tries to clear the air with him before the Noms, and he says, you know what, I appreciate the apology because if you didn't, I was going to be like, you want to come for me? Because I'm coming for you if you come for me because I'm coming down. And if I don't come down, I got the numbers to save me, so it doesn't matter and your goose is cooked. That was the timeline.
Yeah.
Before.
It's one of those things where they're kind of both right. Like, Angela went after Matt. Like, I think this was before the feeds ever even turned on, that conversation, that we saw in the bathroom where she's like, you're showman's material. Like, you're someone that's going to have to be looked after. So, like, immediately Matt is like, okay, this isn't a good thing for me. And for his very, very unfortunate luck, she wins the first HOH where she kind of like took that first swing and then he swings back, with the timeline that you said of like, okay, I'm going to create this counter alliance. And then he goes up and, Angela tries to clear the air, but she kind of does a pretty terrible job of it. And then Matt is like, well, that's a good thing because if you put me up, if I come down and I'm going to come after you next week. So yeah, he also kind of threatened her. Was it aggressive? No. And it was purely game.
Yes.
And that's
what BB
what
says
I
here in the
loved
chat.
about this was all game stuff. And
well,
so
BB says here in the chat,
racism here. There was no like
nothing.
Misogyny here. This was just good old fashioned. I don't like you in this game. You suck. And I'm coming after you.
And that's what BB saying here in the chat. That was normal BB play, not a severe threat. And that is true. But Angela is the HOH, and she took it as a sign of aggression. That is the point, is that, yes, you're right. Everyone's correct. It was not an aggressive or egregious move. But Angela said to Matt, I feel like you have declared war. And unfortunately, she had the nukes. He did not. That was kind of it.
Yeah.
It feels like a little bit of lost in translation. Like, sometimes you take courses where you say, well, if this culture nods their head, that means no. Right. And it just sort of felt like they were speaking two different languages to each other and didn't understand the same things. I do want to address BB's question about the plant. I don't personally believe. Well, I guess it means it depends what plant means. If the question is, do I believe Big Brother hired her, cast her, and said just go cause a ruckus? I don't believe that, and the reason I don't believe that is that this woman's not a good actor. She's not an actor. She'll never be an actor. She's never been an actor. She can't actually do that, and so it only leads me to believe that she was maybe a plant, but what that really means is the Big Brother said this lady is going to be insane. She's going to cause ruckus, just like they do every other season the same reason they brought Lisa into that house. right? It's going to be annoying to people, and it's going to be fun TV. So if that's what you mean by plant, she's a plant. But
Yeah, no, she was. I think. I mean, her daughter has responded to this and been like, she is not a plant. She has been a fan of Big Brother for a long time and has been applying for a long time. I think Angela wants to be, on TV shows, and that's fine. I don't have anything wrong with that. And so I think that they did see her on Dr. Phil or whatever other shit she's been on, and been like, yeah, we're picking up what she's putting down.
By the way, could you imagine hiring her to be your real estate agent? Absolutely not.
I have a quick story. I did a game show a couple years ago, and when I went and did this game show, I was there and I did it with a partner, was one of my very good friends. Me and her did it while we were there at the show. There was this mother-daughter team, and the mother looks at me. She literally looks me up and down and says, "I'm sizing up my competition." Now, that was real aggressive for what we were doing here. It was too much because I was just trying to hang out. I wasn't trying to do much. But the reason I bring this up is because she mentioned how they have been applying for this show for forever, and they were finally on. And producers seemed to take to the mom because the mom was not good at the game. The daughter was, but the mom was definitely someone that got them through casting based on her personality. Fast forward to about 6 months later, my friend is a character as well. And so they called her and asked her to do like a pilot for another show, another game show. And that woman was there. And I was like, yeah. They just kept her number because they knew that she was going to be good to be on TV another time. I'm sure that Angela, when she did Let's Make a Deal or The Price is Right, or when she was on Dr. Phil, they were like, this woman is great on TV because she's kooky. Not that she's going to win this thing. She's kooky. So when she's sitting in her audition tape, they're like, that's Angela. That's Angela.
And, and I have maintained through all of the shows, I like characters. I don't just like strategists. I want it to be entertaining to me as a viewer. And that is why I love Angela. Do I want Angela to win this game? Probably not. However, we're week 1. I can't say that. I may decide that I do want Angela to win. At this point in time, no. I mean, generally I come around to I want people to win that are also good at the show and entertaining. And, there are some people there that I think have that balance. But Angela, week 1 HOH, 10 out of 10.
Well, the way we got to it, Angela, HOH leads us to our second point. This season, we've had 3 extremely equitable competitions, which leaves the door open for anyone to win at any time. Well, and I love that.
You led the door open to one of the strongest people in the house leaving, which never happens.
And changes the entire game.
I feel like they are listening to their fan base. Like, am I being too optimistic? Am I giving them too much credit? Because
wait a few weeks.
Not only are they giving us equitable comps and bringing back a fan favorite in the spelling bee, but they're also not spending 30 minutes of the 60-minute television show going over the comp. Like, we had one segment last night showing the spelling bee comp.
I didn't think we were going to get to it. I didn't think we were going to get to the veto ceremony because I was like,
90 minutes tonight?
What's that much time? So last night
we have to spend 30 minutes talking about this comp, and they didn't. And we don't need it. We all know the rules. We heard you explain it. We don't need anyone in the DR to go over and re-explain it to us. And we definitely don't need 6 or 7 of them to do it.
Yep. Well, as me and CJ talked about the 5 p.m.ers on Monday, for the HOH competition, we had a giant video screen and basically shuffleboard, right? Mm-hmm. Which is very equitable. In the veto competition, it was classic spelling bee where you put letters in there. Here's the twist. Somebody can eliminate letters, which
that's a fun little twist.
Beautiful twist. Not very hard to do. Anyone can do it. If you got a letter, you can change it and eliminate it.
Not if you can't spell. Not very equitable.
Then tonight in the AI competition, which why I was truly expecting to be extremely physical. We got video screens. You got to count the amount of times you saw the people. You got to put their face. That was it. And by having the moment I heard what the competition was, I said, Matt ain't winning this shit.
Yeah, I voted in a poll on Twitter that said Chemo was going to win. That was my guess. But then I did also, the skeptic in me, because you just have to be skeptical of Big Brother because, you know, we have been traumatized for many years. Traumatized. Anyways, but
a TV show, you're not traumatized.
We are. Okay. No. But you know, I was like, it's going to be something that they are not going to let Matt walk out that door week 1. Like the potential showmance with him and Mackenzie. We've had 2 segments about this, and it's not even a real thing. Like, there's no way. Like, this is going to be a competition, like, you know, identify the Filipino mother and make your eyes big competition. Like, this was what, like, they were going to literally gear it so hard for Matt, but they didn't. So
the fact that it was, look at these video screens, we're gonna flash the people up there. When I thought that Chemo was wrong, but I thought that Kenny was right. I thought it was Joseph. But it was the fact though that this competition could have been won by anyone, just like the other 2 competitions, has made me have a lot of hope this season, because I couldn't tell you who's going to win at any time. And I don't think it's that they listened to the fans. I think they sat there and they said, we just watched Jag comp out for 7 weeks.
That wasn't fun.
And that wasn't fun.
Because they couldn't beat these 2 comp beasts.
Correct. And they were like, Felicia, so fun. Suri, so fun. Didn't even give them but we didn't even give them a chance because all our comps, Jag just won. The one time that another person won, it was when Blue won because there was 2 of them. Yeah. Like, it was Jag all the time, Jag all the way, and they were like, should we not have that maybe?
Yeah. And here's the thing is, I don't mind there being some physical competitions, but I mean, and if they are doing it where, and I usually do not think that they tried to rig the show. I was being more facetious there than anything. But as long as they're saying like, okay, you know, week 5, we're going to have the wall comp. And they have the wall comp regardless of who's going to be competing in it. And like, hey, when we have our double eviction episode, we're going to do the one where they run down the lane. You know, like, these are laid out. This is what it's going to be. And who knows who's going to be there at any point in time. I don't have a problem with that. But then like, hey, you know, week 4 HOH, we're going to do the, you know, fingers through the chicken wire, or we're going to do hide and go veto, whatever it is. I don't have any problems with them having a wide variety of comps that suit different skill sets, but I do very much appreciate these much more equitable comps.
I will also suggest I prefer physical comps for veto. I prefer non-physical comps for HOH, because then it really has the ability to change the way the outcome
of the week goes.
Like, because fine, you want to try to get at a muscle guy or a muscle girl, and she wins veto, and she say, okay, fine. But I think allowing absolutely anybody to win HOH really truly changes the game.
I want to give you one better. I'm cool with physical comps for most vetoes. Give me the more equitable comps for HOH, and give me equitable comps for the AI arena, because being able to go,
I just want them to be kind of random. Like, yes, Sheldon, I agree. I definitely want them to be kind of crapshoot type situations for HOH, because I do think that keeps the game very dynamic. But then I don't want it to be a known thing where then you're able to manipulate the game of
they're not all.
You know, we're going to backdoor Matt and Cam and Quinn, not Quinn, well, maybe Quinn, Cedric. You know what I mean? Like, these people that come across as more physical, because we know that the vetoes are physical, so we're not ever going to give them an opportunity.
100% right. But you know, what's interesting about a backdoor scenario now is that your backdoor doesn't necessarily go anymore because of the AI arena comp.
Yeah.
So like I'm fundamentally happy with the changes that they've made in this game. We're going to talk a lot more about it soon.
The AI arena being as Chemo went in there not expecting to win and expected to be sitting on the block next to Kenny or Matt.
I think he thought he was going home.
No. Chemo knew he was going to be safe.
Really?
Chemo knew he was going to be. It was going to be Matt, and if it wasn't Matt, it was going to be Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny had earlier stated to everyone his life was fine at home, and he was ready. He was fine to go if it was between him and Matt, which is why he thought he was going to be. Kenny thought he was going to be going home tonight, and then they blindsided him because Matt thought he had the votes, and he did not have the votes.
Yeah.
This was a successful backdoor by Angela, which was amazing, and it's because Matt did not count for equitable comps. He knew that if he went into the arena, he'd go in there and smash it. But they're like, we're going to give you some video boards, and then you just have to watch them, and then guess how many people are in there. He's like, I was ready to beat somebody. Nah,
we're not going to give you that. Yeah, no, I thought it was fun. I mean, this comp in particular, I think you have to go with like one of two strategies. You either have to like watch it for just a few seconds and you need to peace out and you need to be the first one to go and kind of force everybody else to come with you. And it's just really a crapshoot. Or you need to be like, I don't give two shits when everybody else leaves. I'm going to take as much time as I need and I'm going to get the right answer.
And this is why this was fantastic. Because I'm gonna take as much time as I need, but I'm not gonna take too much time because I have a 2-minute time limit. But I also, if everybody else is going, it's time for me to go too because I need to be first to try to get him in there. And so, watching Chemo win, it just gave me hope for this whole season. This first week was extremely equitable. Let's hope more competitions the rest of the way are as equitable and as even.
Well,
yeah, and I do.
But I'll also just make one caveat here is that equitable doesn't always mean more entertaining. And what I mean by that is if you, after 1 week of watching them on TV, would ask me, would you rather have Matt in the house or Chemo in the house? I would 1,000% have rather Matt in the house. I think he's far more engaging, far more interesting. There's so many more intricate relationships that we've seen. And so, yes, I would far rather see Matt in that house than Chemo. Yes, equitable is fair and right and all those things, but to be honest, I was hoping it was Kenny leaving or Chemo, and Matt would have stayed.
Chemo was never going home.
I do wish that, and we're going to talk about it with our next one, and we could probably just go ahead and move into the next one. Seizing the opportunity.
We're going to talk about seizing the opportunity, but before we do, so you mentioned, Sheldon, that equitable doesn't mean fun, and the reason I vehemently disagree is because with equitability, you have more randomness. Randomness.
I agree with you, but the outcome of tonight, in my opinion, is not the outcome that I think would have given us, in terms of characters, people in the game, a far more interesting season.
So,
again, I can't.
You're a show only watcher.
100%.
And so the show this week gave us a lot of Matt. Matt was dead in the water all along. Matt was never had an opportunity to stay unless he won AI Arena.
And long term, Matt doesn't have a lot of,
correct
room.
He didn't have that. We saw him make the barbershop tonight. When everyone left that room, they were all like, no, because they're all the ones that voted him out. He had no long-term prospects, and that's, I think, part of the reason why we got 2 McKenzie segments, because there was never anything real for Matt in this game. So it's great that you would say, hey, I would want more him than Chemo. Chemo has a great relationship with T-Core. Chemo has an alliance that he's forming with the have-nots room that he was in. There are things that Chemo was doing that they didn't show on the show, and that's why
I actually like Chemo a lot more than I thought I was going to based off this video. Like, he is not over the top. He is not a diary room yeller like I thought he was going to be. He has like a really chill energy, and so I do like him. Now, I like kind of agree with you, Sheldon, in that I would have liked for Matt to have stayed, but then also I kind of disagree too. Like, for my team's sake, I was hoping that Matt was going to stay, and then also for the short term of like the feud between him and Angela, it would have been fun. However, for the season as a whole, I don't want to see what we saw last season. I don't want another, Jag comping it out to the end of the game. I don't care necessarily to see a showmance. And so from that part of it, I don't necessarily really care that we lost Matt. And I would rather have someone like Chemo that brings a different aspect to the game.
I love a showmance. Showmances are so fun, but give me a Corey in America, because they're the showmance you would not expect to happen. Don't give me like the two most prettiest people being in a showmance. I don't care about
but
that.
I don't necessarily need it. I don't need it.
True. I don't need it either. You're right. You're right.
And what we are getting maybe instead of showmances is some really interesting pairings. Right. We started last week with the Quinn and Angela pairing. Then we saw, Chelsea.
Like I said, T-Core and Chemo.
Like they're these really interesting friends that seem to be forming.
And I think what's unique with this season is that, and one of y'all said this at the beginning, I think it was you, Sheldon, like, these aren't just your typical, like, Tucker is this man that has done modeling, but he's not just like your typical pretty boy. Like
Tucker's like the strangest man I've ever seen on Big Brother.
Strange, and I love that about him. But like it is fun getting to see like this side of like the Chemo and T-Core, but then also you're seeing Quinn kind of weaving his way throughout the whole game. And so I think for the long term, I would rather have Chemo in than Matt. Short term, I think it would have been fun for at least another week or two to have Matt. But if you give someone like Matt an opportunity, then I think, a week or two, he can possibly flip the game on its head.
And that's kind of like
this boring alliance that we don't want to see.
And I assume that's why they chose to get rid of him.
Well, that's why we're going to talk about seizing the opportunity. Because
Chemo said that when he cast his vote of like, we're not doing this again. We're changing up this.
So Jag last season definitely changed how the perception goes for this season. You have Matt, who's an extremely physical guy, and you have an opportunity to take him out week one. You had everyone literally look at each other and be like, yeah, we're going to just go ahead and do this now. Because why? Like, if we have the chance to, we should take it. We expect him to win the arena, but if he does it, we'll see what happens. They announced. You saw how they celebrated when Chemo won.
I would have left immediately if I would have been cheering like that.
Mike Bloom said. Mike Bloom from Parade Magazine tweeted Angela celebrating like she just won on Let's Make a Deal. Like that was
yeah, I would have immediately just walked out the door because I've been like, oh, I'm so screwed.
No, because I think Matt maybe thought he was still safe. He thought that they were just happy for Chemo, because Matt didn't ever expect that he would be the one to go. He thought that he had the votes. He thought he had the alliances and the people there. He thought that his holier than thou attitude, that they had grown tired of Angela and they would want someone to take her out. When in reality,
think that they have a little bit grown tired of Angela.
I disagree. They're like, Angela's not someone we need to work with, but none of us are afraid of her. She's over there.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, I think that they're kind of over her shit, but they were not going to let this opportunity go by. Like,
well, I think it was partially that
and her craziness.
Yes, that's what.
Can I ask? Because I would be like, I think it's easy to say, well, let's leave Angela in the house for a while, but she is such a wild card that she is a threat to anybody in that house.
Disagree. She's so wild that no one's actually concerned about her, because we all see how wild she is. Lisa told her that I don't think, after, because Lisa put her up, Lisa's also a wild card, but Lisa told her earlier this week that I don't want to deal with you in this house or outside of it. She said that I cannot deal with you.
I can't wait to see how they anyway. Fight and how they work it in. And
Angela calls her Tinkerbell, and I mean, she's running around with glitter. It makes sense. But Pixie does. But it that's why the Angela of it all, like he's like they cannot believe Angela's acting this way, and they're going to keep me so that way I can teach Angela a lesson. Bro, nobody gives a fuck about you or Angela because Angela is not someone we're too concerned about because we all know Quinn and Joseph came to her genuinely. She blew that up. So they were like, well, she can't be trusted. Mind you, there was a whole group of people trying to work with her. They're like, can't be trusted. That's done. She's just going to flow through the house.
Was there aftermath to that, guys? Because
no one wanted to get back together. No one talked to her about it.
To the Angela and Matt blow up.
Well, to the fact that to the Angela and Quinn and throwing Joseph, like
she came after both of them and Joseph and Quinn. They were like, bro, we were sincerely talking to you. She apologized to them. That was the end of the conversation, like it should be for anyone else that's not named Matt. Matt prolonged Sheldon during the POV speech that they did not show. Matt basically wrote her a script where she publicly apologizes to him for treating him the way he did. When she gave the speech, she said that anyone that I may have hurt their beloveds, I apologize. He was upset that she didn't say his name specifically, and she didn't apologize to his mom. Right? This is that person that you wanted to keep in the house. That's who that dude was. Whereas most people were like, "It's cool, Angela. We'll go ahead and get through with this." And then they continued to play around her.
No, like Angela is a loose cannon. They are fully aware.
But my point, though, isn't that she's a loose cannon. She clearly is. My point is that what if she wins HOH and it's you that she goes against? Because the truth is, nobody would have imagined it would have been Matt. She's
already proven she hates Lisa. She already proven she hates Kenny. I don't think that if Angela were to win HOH week 3, if I'm Cedric, I'm concerned. She likes me. If I'm Quinn, I'm not concerned. She likes me.
I mean, I think you do have to walk on eggshells. And I mean, Sheldon, I agree. Like, I think she is someone that I personally in the game would not want her to be there long term. As a viewer, yes. But as a player, no. Because
I'm not getting her out this week. I'm not worried about her week 2. No. Like, I'm playing the game. Someone else can take her out. I'm not concerned about her, and no one else is.
Yeah. But wrapping up the whole Matt of everything, I do think that Matt was and he said it in his exit with Julie. I do think he is a little bit different of the stereotype or his archetype, in that I think that he is actually a genuinely nice person, and he didn't do anything, offensive in his time, really. So I felt a little bad for him. My heart went out to him a little bit.
Everybody's got to go eventually. I feel like that he is more righteous in his mind than he actually is as a person.
Well, I think he said some things that I personally was like, okay, like this is a person that, but he's going to be all right on the outside, where he's like, and maybe he's hitting some good talking points. I don't know. And maybe that's all they are to him, but him being like, maybe this is an area for me to grow and learn from. I was like, wow, that takes a lot for a person to say, because I am the most stubborn, hard-headed person. Like, I'd be out of the house like, Angela is a crazy bitch, and that's why I'm out here. Like, that is how I would leave the house. And, he is a young man. And so for him to kind of have that perception of his time in the house that he's going to be able to reflect on, I wish him well.
Well, I have to say, I agree.
He wasn't good at Big Brother. Okay.
I agree with you, Kylie, in the sense that he actually seemed to be a genuine, nice human being. However, his interview with Julie yelled to me, I'm a sales guy. I'm a sales guy. I'm a sales guy. And I literally just went on right now. And guess what this guy does for a living?
Does he sell?
He's a tech sales guy. So what we just saw was a guy. This is what he's like when he's selling tech to people. Okay. And so that makes me question potentially his authenticity in how he speaks, but not necessarily his authenticity of character, because I do believe he was there for his mother. I don't think that's bullshit. I think he got so emotional that wasn't fake. I think he was there for his mother, but it came off so scripted and perfect and professional that it felt almost unreal.
Well, for me, and let's move into the week at large. For me, I became unconcerned about his mother when he was mad that Angela said that he had crazy eyes and that he was that he said my mother's going to see this, and she said then she's going to know she raised the brat, and then he's like, you speak like that about my mother. My mother's gonna she wants to know if I'm okay. She just wants to know if I'm all right. Bro, you're 25 years old. You're not getting accosted by a 50-year-old woman. You're fine. Your mom's not worried about you at home when she go watch you on the live feeds. And then for the remainder of his days, from about Saturday till Tuesday, all I heard him talk about was how she disrespected him in front of his mother, and his mother could see him. Bro, get over it. Build a bridge. You're fine.
Kevin. You do not have an immigrant mother. like I did. That is exactly probably one of the maybe top reason why I would not go on a show like this. Because I wouldn't have wanted my mother to see what I have to do to play this game. And I wouldn't want her to be upset at me. And I wouldn't want to be embarrassed, because the level of guilt that our immigrant mothers have put into us is immense. I don't think you get that. So I think it wasn't necessarily a respect my mother thing. It was a, oh my God, I can't believe she's going to see me treated like this and feel like I'm hurt or feel like I'm doing something wrong. And that's what he was carrying around. It was almost like this fear that you have when you're a 5-year-old, when you make a mistake and mama says, get out.
Well, I don't even think that. I'm the only one here that is actually a mother. So,
yeah, but you're not an immigrant mother. Go to Mexico.
You don't know me. Okay. So I think that it is more parents worry about their children. And so, yes, his mother is, even if it is a game show and he is a 25-year-old man that, I'm sure is, out on his own. He's probably not living in his parents' basement. But she is still not going to want to see him like facing this adversity kind of out of nowhere. I mean, yes, we have highlighted that he said some things to Angela that she obviously could have interpreted how she did. But for her to use the words like you threatened me aggressively.
He
didn't do that. And
it was not aggressive.
Those are things that I think he's like, I don't want my mother to see this person like saying these things about me and accusing me of these things when that's not the person that I am. And so I can see it a little bit. And we don't know his relationship with his mother, and we don't know his mother. So a little bit, maybe this just was not the right game for him.
Well, so one small thing, because both of you brought up his age. You know that in this generation, 25 equals 17 for us. You understand that, right? So it's like a 17-year-old being berated.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm 38 years old, and I had a situation like a couple months ago where I called my mom upset because one of my close friends genuinely hurt my feelings, and my mom's pissed. My mom's still pissed. Like,
sorry.
Parents.
I'm sorry.
Sheldon, you shouldn't have done what you did to Kylie.
I'm sorry.
This public apology.
That dress did look on you.
And Sheldon, you need to apologize to her and make sure you apologize to her mother.
I apologize to Kylie's mama, and I apologize to Kylie.
And she hates you.
But
I mean, my mom really brought it up today. Like, mothers hold on to stuff, and so like Angela is not going to be invited to Matt's mama's house. She's not,
and that's fine. Angela doesn't want to go there. I feel like it's interesting because Angela came in with a lot of energy from day one. She has played with a lot of energy, and like my favorite player in the house, Chelsea's like, she's a little much. She's a little much. Speaking of Chelsea and Cedric, what a week they had, right? They were mascots. They could have gone on the block, had no recourse but the AI arena. We're never in danger. Since they weren't in danger, Chelsea, shouts to Chelsea, able to say, Matt, I want to work with you. And if I had a vote, I would keep you. But I don't. So we'll see what happens. We'll do the best we can. And telling Kenny, I think you're a great dude. And I mean, if I had a vote, we would keep you. I would keep you for sure. Unfortunately, I do not have a vote. But I think you should stay. Chemo. I would never want to vote you out, Chemo. Unfortunately, I don't have a vote. But since I don't have a vote, all I have is words. That's all I have.
Can I ask, was this twist beneficial to their game?
Yes.
It ended up being, although it should not have been, because if I am Angela and I see two people that can't play in veto and they don't have votes, bye. You're going on the block. You are two of my three people because it's easy.
They were fortunate because Angela said, I felt like the downgrade was too much, therefore you two are not in danger for me. And I said, we dancing, we partying, we ready to go. Whatever we got to do, because we're hanging out. And then that gives us the latitude to make promises and make agreements and try to get in places because we don't have to prove ourselves to anybody. Not at all.
Fantastic. I love this twist this week. So let me ask you all another question. Is there somebody that shocked you this week more than Angela?
Leah.
Is there somebody that you expected to be horrible or expected to be good that just turned out to be different?
Leah was way better than I expected. Way better than I expected.
I told y'all there was something there with Leah that I appreciated her kind of calmness after chemo. But then by the same token, chemo surprised me because he did not bring that crazy ass energy that he had in his preseason interview into the game. Like, it's like, was that his... No, I'm not going to say that. Was that his twin brother? Because these people are
twin twist.
For me, Leah was so shockingly fun. And also, we saw insight into the game. And I don't want to bring up your favorite player here, Kylie, but if she turns into Brittany, I would be so happy.
That's a
She's
lot.
not going to turn into Brittany. She does not have that quick wit.
She's Brittany Haynes. That's a lot, Sheldon. But one thing that I think is great, like, I know why they do it, and I kind of get it because they're tired of getting their people canceled, people going deep. The Big Brother fan base is rabid. But I feel like I need a little bit more than the one video because there's so many people that I was wrong about cast wise.
Robina is another one. I love this girl.
Well, I loved her from her video.
I didn't feel it at all, and now
she's not giving me exactly what I expected, which is not great. And
who?
Robina.
Oh, I love her. She's like a little firecracker. She's so fun.
She's fine for me. Angela is giving crazy. Brooklyn is kind of boring. Cameron, very interested to see what he can do. I love how he played the week of he made connections. He's involved with lots of stuff, but he is not the one pushing things. And he just was like, ooh, I am not in this drama. Very, very interested in him.
Go ahead and say Cedric. Better than you thought, right?
No, Cedric is kind of about where I expected.
Cedric's great. Cedric's smart. He's insightful. I love this guy. And I find him so good on too.
I think Cedric has some good things working for him. And I think I think that, there's a lot of information to process from this week, but I think Quinn is skeptical of Cedric. And I think Quinn is not a good person to have skeptical of you.
Well, I think Quinn is skeptical of Cedric because Quinn is more just annoyed by Cedric because Quinn was brought into an alliance with Cedric and didn't create the alliance with Cedric.
Chelsea, 10 out of 10.
I called it. Didn't I tell you guys? I have her as my winner pick. I said from the moment I saw her, Biola University, she was great.
Yeah, I really, really like her. I told Sheldon she gives me like Nina Twine vibes.
You know what, Kylie, I'm going to stop you before you go through the rest of your book, because as we are about to wrap up, one of the things that I love to do is, as we know, I like to do a ranking. We have 15 people, so we're not doing a ranking, but
Okay.
let's do a stock up, stock down based on what we originally thought on the people. Let's start at the top. For Angela, after the week 1, stock up, stock down. Down as well. I thought that it was a rough week for her as HOH, which is real tough. Brooklyn, stock up or stock down from where you were before?
Disappointment. Yeah. However, it might be a temporary disappointment.
My stock is up for her because I thought with her being friends with Aaron Greaves, I thought she was going to be terrible, and she has not been even in the slightest. So stock up for me for Brooklyn. What about Cam? Stock up, stock down? Up. Stock down. Way up for me. Down for you.
Down again. I'm an only show watcher. I didn't see much of him. However, it seems as though he is positioning himself with people that I believe know how to play this game really well. But I had a lot higher hopes.
Yeah.
But it might be a good thing. It might be a good thing that he's down for me right now.
Cedric, stock up, stock down.
Up.
Up for me. Up for you too, Kylie. Chelsea, already high for me. Stock is still even higher.
Yeah. Just about the same for me.
Oh, we can say same. That's an option. Cedric, I would say same.
Same? Okay. Joseph, stock up.
Up. I thought he'd be first out. I thought he'd be hated like Kevin Jacobs, like absolutely. But this guy somehow has figured out how to make people like him, and I don't like him at all.
I'm going to say same because he is also one I told y'all that I felt like he could be first one out, but if he could get his footing, that he could possibly do some damage.
Stock up for Joseph. Kenny, stock way down. It's in hell. The bar's in hell.
I'm bored. I'm uninterested.
Kenny is doing literally exactly what I expected Kenny to do.
There's no way you thought he was going to quit.
Well, he didn't quit. I thought he was gonna sit there and look like a cop, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he does look like a cop. Idiot. Chemo.
You thought
way up.
He sits there. Well, Chemo?
Yeah.
Up.
Well, listen, Sheldon has other ideas for Chemo.
No,
We'll get Sheldon to the islands.
No, wrong. This isn't Love Island, okay? Can't talk about it.
Yeah. Leah, stock up.
All the way up. Love her.
Lisa.
Can you imagine she would want to go out on a date with me? I would never have imagined this, and I might ask her.
You might. Why? Why are you going to waste her time?
Why would I waste her time?
Lisa.
I can like who I like when I like them.
Lisa is exactly what I expected. She said.
I think stock down. She's worse.
No, actually, you know what? I'm going to say it's up a little bit.
Have you lost your mind again? What do you mean? Her glasses make her go down.
She won a competition.
Glasses make her go down.
She won a competition and she got into a fight. So I was not expecting to get any entertainment from Lisa. And I'm enjoying seeing the feud between her and Tucker. So I'm going to give her up a little bit.
That's true. But I still have her stock down because she's not long for this role. Mackenzie.
Down, sadly.
Way down.
But only because she spent a week with a guy who went home as opposed to actually going and making other relationships.
And she's in big trouble.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's even for me because I want to see what she does now that Matt's gone, because I want to see if she plays the game. If she's out to really get revenge for Matt, then stock down. But if she has the power, let's see. She didn't use it on him. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I'm happy she did that.
Matt's gone. Quinn.
For me, Quinn is down. And the only reason I say that is he is so obviously a complete fan. and super fan, and like I don't think it's easy to go play a game like this where everybody knows you're a super fan and are so smart and are so in it, and like I think that's dangerous.
That's why I'm glad Matt's gone, because Matt said I want to take out the super fans, and I was perfectly happy with Matt going first because of that kind of comment.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but that type of comment isn't something that that people forget week after week after week. Like everybody knows he's a super fan. It's
no.
I'm looking
Matt being the one to go after super fans, he never got a chance to because he was fighting Angela all week.
Yeah, but I get that, Kevin. I get that, but my point is, he's in the top 7. They aren't going to let him stay. Like I don't actually.
They may not be able to stop it.
What?
For Quinn?
Yeah.
Oh.
For Quinn, yeah. Like, I just don't see a way that people let him near the end.
Do you have stock up, Kylie?
I was extremely high on Quinn. He was my number 1 overall pick. He was my winner pick. So, but maybe a little bit up because I obviously was worried that he would be like too quirky or something. But he's really, really well insulated. But he is obviously glaringly a fan of the show.
How about that shout out to Zach Wardenberger?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Homage to Corey. Did you hear that, Sheldon?
Yeah, he said, I beat you too, Zach.
Beat you too, Zach. Yeah. Paying homage to Corey Wardenberger.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
Next up, Rubina. Stock up for me.
Up.
Down for Kylie.
It's exactly what I expected.
Same for Kylie. Okay. T-Core. Stock up.
For me, she's up, and the only reason she's up is I saw some relationship with Chemo, but that's all I saw. I don't know if she could play a strategic game. I don't think she has any power or agency, but just a little bit up. I wasn't pro T-Core before, anyways. What did Aiden say?
I'm up on her, but
Aiden in the chat says that they see a Quinn win. And that's possible. That's definitely possible. T-Core for me, I had her stock way down. I didn't think she was going to do anything in here, but I'm watching her navigate. I love Big Brother so much. Big Brother's my favorite show. It's my favorite game because you just put 16 people in a house and then you just rip the cord and see what happens. And T-Core understands that she's in a game, so she's playing a game. So she's talking to people, making connections, being a little coy, having a card close to her vest, but she's still playing the game, and I love that.
Okay.
And I think because of the chaos surrounding Angela, that there is a lot of unsettledness going into week 2. And so I think that somebody like a T-Core that has gone a little bit slower and a Chemo, I don't think that the game has left them behind already. I think that they're okay if they push what they have built in week 1. So I'm up on T-Core.
And what about Tucker?
This guy confuses the life out of me.
I'm confused.
Love him.
I don't know. Probably about the same. I don't think he has a chance to win this game, but I also don't see him leaving. I don't get him.
I think he can win this game.
I just have a question mark next to him. I don't know if it's up. I don't know if it's down. I don't know what is going on here, man. This dude, this whole week, he was I asked, so Matt had told him, hey, I floated your name to Angela to go up as a pawn. And he's like, all right, man, sounds great. And then he was like, what the fuck? I'm not going up as a pawn. And then for the rest of the week, he continued to be like, I was down to go up as a pawn, and I don't know why I didn't go up. And then when he didn't go up, he's like, I told her it was cool. I don't know what happened. I don't know what this man's doing. I don't know what this man's doing.
I think he's really interesting. He's fun. Honestly, I have a lot of people that I'm having fun watching. I am having fun watching Angela. It's not good, but I'm having fun. I am having fun watching Chelsea. I'm having fun watching Joseph. I'm having fun watching Leah and a little bit Lisa. Okay. Didn't think I was going to say that. I'm having a lot of fun watching Quinn. I'm having fun watching Tucker. There are some people that are just a little bit boring to me. Brooklyn is a little boring. Chemo's a little boring. T-Core is a little boring. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because you don't need everybody to be on 11. So
I can't believe you enjoy watching Lisa. Lisa would be kicked out of my party.
I would absolutely despise Lisa in real life. As soon as she put glitter in my food one time, I would lose it.
And how about the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh?
I want it for television. It's great.
I
This unhinged California like hippie girl, I love it.
don't know.
And I did not think I would. I did not think I would get any enjoyment watching Lisa, and I am.
I take offense to you calling her a California hippie girl. She's just a weird hippie girl. Like, period. Like,
Well, she's from California, so you have to own her.
She lives in California. I don't know that she's from there.
Have you spoken about my future wife, Leah? I love this girl so much.
Hey, Leah?
Yeah, like I have a chance.
You do. She that's what she said. I love it. Guys.
And I don't even have to lose weight anymore. Like, I'm set. I can eat all the Big Macs.
Guys, I'm having such a fun time with this season. Week 1 already in the books. It's going to be an interesting season. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to figure out who wins HOH tonight. This is going to be fun.
I hope it's Tucker.
I hope it's Lisa. I don't know what's going to happen.
I hope it's Tucker, Lisa. I don't want it to be someone that is stable. Boring. I hope Angela can win it again. Like Jag got to win 2 in a row last season. I hope Angela can win 2 in a row.
I love the fact that Quinn wants to win HOH and then use the veto, the power on his own HOH.
I don't like that.
It's insane. It's unhinged. It's crazy. It's so funny.
That's not a good plan.
It's not a good plan at all.
Has he told anybody about the power?
Several people.
Angela and Chemo.
Angela and Chemo, and then Angela didn't believe him. What the hell is wrong with this woman?
Correct. Make sure you guys are joining us on Monday as we talk about who the new HOH is, who the noms are, all that good stuff in the spoiler section. I'm out of town, so you're going to be joined with Sheldon and CJ as they go over what's going on at the 5 p.m.ers. So join us on Monday, and then join us back here on Thursday as Sheldon and Kylie go through everything that's happening in the Big Brother house. Thank y'all for joining us. Have a good night. Can't wait to see y'all on Monday. Good night.
Bye.